Happy ho 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 holidays, everybody. This is Care Life Podcast. Welcome back to this brand new episode of 12 Days of Christmas. My name is Kenzie Rock. But before we begin with today's guest, everybody, please remember to subscribe and follow all the podcast social media. The link will be in the description down below. And also, please leave a review for us and comment down below what you think about these episodes. Should I make more of them? Should I have another holiday special? I don't know. It's all up to you. Just comment or DM me what you think about the podcast, and I'll be sure to adhere to all your comments. So today's guest is an amazing woman, an amazing mom, and an amazing wife. She's a painter, an author of the ZOE the CRAB series, which is available right now on Amazon. Be sure to check it out. And she's also a physiotherapist for kids. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty sure you would love her today, and you will understand why I love her too, because she is an amazing person and a ray of sunshine to everybody around her. And what makes her amazing is the fact that she has devoted her life to helping kids and making them smile throughout the year. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you from Spain, Lucia Matuonto. Okay, Lucia, welcome to Care Life Podcast.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Glad you're here on 12 Days of Christmas.
Yes.
Okay, so start us by telling us your story.
So I grew up in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and I always loved spending my weekends on the beach or reading fiction books. I would say I actually preferred books over dolls. And my dream, Kenzie, was to visit other places and learn about different cultures.
That's amazing, Lucia. What is one thing you wish you would have known before you began your career, because you're a physiotherapist and an author?
Actually, I started my PT career in my mid-30s, but if I had known how rewarding it was to help children in need, I would have started this job much sooner. And as a writer, I wish I would know how gratifying it is to receive feedback from both children and parents. I love when they tell me something they like about the characters or like my posts and give me unbiased reviews.
Lucia, you're an amazing person because you're a mom, you're an author of children's stories, and you're a physiotherapist for children. So what are some of the great resources that have helped you along the way?
Thank you, Kenzie. So, in my career as a writer, the main new resource have been lots of reading, taking drama classes, listening to plenty of podcasts, and studying creative writing. In terms of what helped me the most along the way, in the beginning, I working on facing my fears by standing alone on the stage, facing a big crowd that was listening to me in complete silence. And this is also the moment I realized that being on the stage and addressing people is what makes me tick.
That's amazing. Lucia, we know that people can never be perfect. So what is your biggest failure and what have you learned from it?
So I regret not having finished studying journalism. As you are studying journalism, I would have learned more about the publishing industry with its various opportunities. Now, I learned that it is never late to start new projects.
So drifting away from your career, could you tell me personally a time when you had no idea what you were doing?
So I stopped working after having my daughter, and she was 4 years old. I decided to study again. In reality, Kenzie, I had no idea about what subject I want to pursue. Then I met a close friend who had a neurological disease, and he told me all about how a physical therapist had helped him walk again. I was so moved by what he said that I started to research it and in the end decided to go back to the university.
Lucia, I like the way that you never gave up and the way that you continuously pushed forward until you finished your university. So, who are the three people who have been most influential to you in your life or maybe in your career?
So I would say my mother, who worked hard. Yeah, my mother. She worked hard to raise two kids by herself and showed me that I could always achieve whatever dreams I had. Second, my daughter, because I want to show her good values and example. And then my patients and the parents who inspired me to write and illustrate.
That's so sweet, Lucia, and it's great that family is what influences you the most. But in case somebody wants to become a physiotherapist or maybe an author, what is one myth in your industry or profession that you want to debunk?
I would say like a writer, yeah, I would say that most people think that writers are people who spend the whole day on a chair getting inspired and writing. maybe it was like this is in the past, but nowadays you see mothers, fathers, workers, practically anyone who wants to write as a side activity. Actually, the world is full of great authors. And as a physical therapist, I would say study a lot, be prepared to know also amazing people, because treating people is just amazing. So this is my advice.
Lucia, you have written a series of books for kids, ZOE, ZOE the Crab. Could you please tell the audience what ZOE is all about?
ZOE is about a crab. And yeah, my main character is Zoe, a little funny crab who lives on a beach in Florida. She's like, she loses her claw on an accident. And then she gets lost on the beach. And basically, she needs to find her way home. When she's trying to find like her house or any neighbor, she meets with different animals like rabbits and snakes. And she realizes that they walk differently, but they are not mean as she thought before. She started understanding that they are diverse, they are from a different side of the beach, but in reality, they were very friendly and they helped her. But I cannot tell you more.
That's okay. That was enough. I'm pretty sure that the readers are already excited about what the story is about, and they should go and read for themselves what ZOE the Crab, this amazing book, is all about. But you have done amazing things so far, and if you saw your younger self, what advice would you give yourself?
Please stop overthinking and go for what you believe in without caring about what other people say or think. And like, I always dreamed of being a writer, but I never had the courage to show my manuscripts to anyone. Never had the courage to show my manuscripts to anyone. Also, the whole publishing process was not attainable to everyone at that time, especially if you were a beginner. Now, finally, I decided to write and publish several books in a short period of time without that fear of failing.
That's some great advice, Lucia, because I myself tend to overthink a lot. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people out there also overthink about things. And you're right. People should stop overthinking and just go for it and see where the train leads you. So, how
Yeah.
has your journey shaped you to who you are today?
So 13 years ago, I moved to Middle East, and I
Mm-hmm,
had to adapt to new cultures, people, and customs. In Bahrain, for example, I
mm-hmm,
started working as a consultant for a novel rehabilitation method and had the
mm-hmm,
opportunity to run lectures and give speeches in several countries. During, during this time, I also
uh-huh,
started coaching parents. Right after I moved to Dubai, US, Germany, and now Spain,
mm-hmm,
where I also worked with children in the schools and in the rehabilitation centers. So, Kenzie, because I had the chance to live in different countries, I
mm-hmm,
developed a better understanding of how different cultures behave and react. This is important.
mm-hmm.
In fact, working with kids with different upbringings made me appreciate the need for embracing the diversity and advocating inclusion. This is what sparked the idea of creating books that promote these important concepts in a playful and attainable way.
Oh my, that's so sweet. And it's so in depth of how your journey has brought you to be Lucia that people know and love today. And Lucia, my next question is something I love to ask people. If money was not an option to you, what would you do every day?
Without a doubt, I would organize plays with children to teach them how to act and express their artistic talent.
So your mentality of everything about life is helping kids and being there for the kids. Because I'm pretty sure that's what my listeners are getting from you today. Lucia Matuonto is a person giver. She loves helping kids and she's there for the kids always 24/7, either as an author or as a painter or even as a therapist. And I'm very proud of you. So Lucia, because you do all these things, you're writing, you're a doctor, and you paint also. How do you plan for rest and self-care?
Especially with COVID, it's difficult to separate work and rest. I
Mm-hmm,
I try to create a somewhat stable routine in which there are hours where I focus on work like writing, marketing, illustrating, and I
mm-hmm.
do my best to include the hours I need to relax, exercise, and meditate.
That's pretty nice. What is your vision 10 years from now, Lucia? Where do you see yourself?
Kenzie, I'm a dreamer and I want to have published at least 30 books. So let's see. Maybe in 10 years I I can like stop and see the 30 books around on the table and say, oh my God, I did it.
And I'll be praying for you, Lucia. I can see your vision coming to life because the ZOE series is an amazing book, and I'm sure you'll write more and you'll create new characters for the kids and you'll write more books that will reach the 30 mark and will pass and you might have 100 books 10 years from now. You never know. And they'll
Yeah,
sell out everywhere. And I'll pray for you to reach there. So,
hopefully.
if you were in my shoes, Lucia, what questions would you have asked yourself that I didn't?
How did you decide to write a book where the main character is a crab who wants to walk forwards and is afraid of heights? So,
Uh-huh.
basically, because I live on a beach full of crabs and I started to observe them. They were walking sideways with the claws lifted up in the air. And then I
Mm-hmm.
started to imagine how easier it would be if they could walk forward. And also because I am afraid of height, I gave here, and it helped me to build her personality.
That's so nice. I don't even know how I forgot to ask you about that, but I'm glad that you elaborated for us while you wrote about Zoe the Crab. And my listeners should actually go to Amazon and get her books and read them because they are amazing stories. She's an amazing writer and she has great things in her future. So, where can our listeners find you online, Lucia?
My website is www.luciamatuonto.com. My Instagram is Lucia Matuonto Author, and my Twitter is Lucia Matuonto Author.
I hope all of you have heard that. Lucia Matuonto was in the episode today. And happy holidays to you, Lucia, and to your family from me and Care Life podcast listeners.
Thank you very much, Kenzie. This was amazing to talk to you, and I wish you all the best and success for you and for your family.
Thank you so much. I wish the same to you, and you're an amazing guest. And I loved talking to you, and I hope to see you here back for a new episode where we can talk about your paintings. Because, ladies and gentlemen, she's actually a painter and she has amazing paintings. And you should go check her out on her socials because she's an amazing woman, a mom, an author, a doctor, a painter. You don't meet these kind of people everywhere each day. And she has also traveled in more than 6 countries. So you could DM her and ask her all about this or any questions you might have. But anyways, thank you so much, Lucia, once again for being on the episode.
Thank you.
Oh, sadly, we've come to the end of this episode. This has been day 4, ladies and gentlemen. But she will be back next year when she talks to us more about her journey as a painter because she has an amazing painting collection. I will sure to link her website down below. Don't forget about that. But if you have any comments or requests or questions to Lucia, please send them to me or to her social media. I'll make sure she gets them. Get her book Trilogy for your kids because Zoe the Crab, the trilogy, it's an amazing book and it's for all ages. It might be for young kids, but you as a grown-up, once you read it, you might want to be that crab too. But anyways, it's been an amazing episode today, and I'm glad that you're listening to this. I hope you have a fantastic week ahead, and I hope you also have an amazing day or evening, depending on your time zone. My name is Kenzie Rock, and have yourselves an amazing week ahead. Bye.